Now we're going to solve the game Oodles. So we have 5 dogs, which we can shorthand as S, G, P, B, and L, going into 3 kennels or 3 groups, alpha, beta, and gamma. Now we've got a list of rules here. The first one, that S and G cannot go into the same kennel, that P is solo, and that B cannot go into the gamma kennel. And checking for floaters, we see that L is our only floater. The first rule removes answer choice B, the second rule removes answer choice A, the third rule removes answer choice D, and answer choice E can be eliminated because all of the dogs are not mentioned. So we'll take answer choice C as our correct board and also make a small copy. Now we've got a could be true except question when P goes into the kennel beta. Well, when P goes into beta, we know that it is solo, so we can shade that out. B is forbidden from gamma, so we know it is forced into A. G and S must be separated, so we'll give them split options between A and G, meaning one will go into A and one will go into gamma, but we don't know which one. They can trade off. And that just leaves our floater L to choose between going into kennels A or G. So now we can see that the Schnoodle, Golden Doodle, and Labradoodle, or S, G, and L, are free to trade between A, G, and L. So any of those options, putting S into A, G into A, L into A, so on, those are all could be trues, meaning this is not our answer to this question. We need the except. And then we see the answer choice that the Bernedoodle is not assigned to alpha. Well, is that a could be true? Could it be possible for this game board that the Bernedoodle does not go into A? No, it's forced into A, which means for a could be true except question, this is our answer. It is not possible that the Bernedoodle is out of A. Now we'll skip 3 and 4 because those are blanket questions, and moving to 5, if the poodle is assigned to alpha, what must be true? So kennel A is closed out, which means S and G, which have to be kept separate, are going to switch between kennels B and G, and dog B is forbidden from kennel G, so it's going to go in kennel B. And finally, our floater L is free to float. And our must be true is the dog locked into place, and that is our Bernedoodle in kennel B. For question 3, we're asked to maximize the dogs in kennel B, and we can immediately think that putting the poodle in kennel B is a bad idea. It's going to lock out every other dog. We can put the S in B, and then the G is going to float between A and G, or we can also put the G into kennel B, and the S would float between A and G. Either way, we're only going to be able to put one of those dogs into kennel B, so we can add a split option and put that dog into our board. Now our Bernedoodle and our Labradoodle are both allowed in kennel B, the Labradoodle being a floater and the Bernedoodle having only one rule, that it is forbidden from kennel G, leaving us with the final game board of either G or S, B and L in kennel B, and the other one of G or S floating between A and G, and the poodle also floating between A and G, giving us a maximum in kennel B of 3 dogs. Our first option to completely determine a game board is to put the poodle in A and the Schnoodle in B. And if we do that, we ask where does G go? And the G has to be separated from the Schnoodle, so it's going to be in kennel G. We know the Bernedoodle can't go in kennel G, so we put it in kennel B, and that just leaves the Labradoodle, but the Labradoodle can trade between kennels B and G, so this is not a completely determined board. Our next option is to put the poodle in B and the Labradoodle and Golden Doodle in kennel G alone, and if we close out that kennel G, then that just leaves the S and the B, and we know the S must be split from the G, so that is fine to go in kennel A, and the B, the Bernedoodle, was only forbidden from kennel G, and so that is also fine to go in kennel A. It looks like all of our dogs are completely determined. Checking our other game boards, the Schnoodle and Beta, that doesn't clean up because the L can trade between alpha and beta. The poodle and gamma alone were already stuck because S and G can trade off. And with the poodle and alpha, the Labradoodle can trade off between B and G, so this is not a good option either. And that's how we solve the game Oodles.